Managing roles within SkillsMiner is one of the most crucial aspects of the platform. It enables you to understand, create and modify roles and skills within your organization. Without any prior knowledge of the occupational and skills composition, you can begin the journey towards becoming a skills-driven business. This guide provides detailed instructions on how to navigate through the process on SkillsMiner, from adding and removing roles to specifying essential skills. Navigate to the Profile setting. Access the Admin section. Navigate to the Manage Roles page. You will see a list of roles within your organization. It is important to remember that to begin with, this will be blank. Firstly, to remove a role, click on the relevant option. As described in the pop-out, confirming this action will make the role inaccessible for employees. However, it will not delete the value from existing employees. So, the purpose of the removal is to stop it being available to new employees. Once confirmed, the role will be removed from active roles and added to removed roles. You can view removed roles by clicking here. If at a later date, you are required to re-add the role, you can use this function here. Now, we will look at how to create a new role. Initiate the creation of a new role by clicking this button here. Enter the role name here. This is the title of the occupation, or role, you use within your organization. It is important that this is accurate, as it is how employees will recognize their positions. In this example, I've entered the title of Personal Assistant. In the Occupations field you can now search for the title. It may well be that the role name you've just entered is suffice, in that case you can enter the same value. So, again, here we input Personal Assistant. And you can see we get a perfect match of Executive Assistant. This is because SkillsMiner recognizes the similarity between Personal Assistant and Executive Assistant. However, often, organizations create their own job titles that have no association with standardized occupational titles, so, sometimes, you might have to experiment with the input of occupations. It is vital this is as accurate as possible, as SkillsMiner then calculates the skills associated with the occupation. If they are incorrect, there will be a mismatch, which will make all subsequent use of SkillsMiner less valuable. You can now see a list of all the skills, knowledge and competencies associated with the role. The power here is that with an occupational title we are able to derive the constituent skills of an occupation. This saves resource in creating complex and unwieldy job descriptions. Furthermore, because the skills are structured, there is a relationship between occupations that use the same skills, and therefore, occupations themselves. Here is the skill name. Whether it is, by default, essential or optional. The ability to remove the skill. And which other roles in your organization use the skill. This is a useful tool in understanding the transferability of skills between roles and employees within your organization. If a role has few skills in common with any other role, then mobility to and from the role will be limited. In some cases, you may be happy with the default selection of skills. But not all roles fit into neat boxes. They may not fit the default profiles. So SkillsMiner allows you to modify the composition to fit your organization. So firstly, by clicking on the optional element of an essential skill will make it optional. This means, in your organization, the skill is not essential for employees, although it is still desirable. Conversely, if you click on the essential element for an optional skill, you make it essential for all employees. If there is a skill you do not require at all, you can remove it by clicking here. Here is an example of a skill in common. Your new personal assistant role has the skill of company policies in common with your sales assistant role. To reiterate, this begins to identify the transferability between roles which can be exploited by HR, line managers, and employees themselves in other elements of the platform. You may also want to add some specific skills that are neither essential or optional skills of the role we have created. To do this, enter a skill name into the Add Additional Skills field. In this example, we've entered the skill, telephone. SkillsMiner will look not only for skills containing the word telephone, but also any other related skills. For example, here you can see exact matches with the word telephone in the skill name, but also close matches which are related to telephone. Select the skill related to telephone interaction. Once you have made all your amendments, save the newly created role. Repeat the role creation process until all roles within your organization are created. The composition of the role and its skills are unique to your organization. Spending the time getting this information correct will aid employees, productivity, and recruitment. The guide covered a comprehensive process of managing HR roles on SkillsMiner, including creating new roles, adding essential skills, and assigning designations. By following these steps, users can effectively organize and tailor roles for their organization.